All right, guys, I want to give my reaction to the Nancy Grace show tonight because they said a lot of things in the show. Let me start with Nolan. They saying that this is according to a reliable source that he had no powder in his system, if you know what I mean. Also, they said an eyewitness saw Nolan in a confrontation. I've heard this as well. This is also unconfirmed, but I'm sure investigators are looking at this. But also, just to note, when the DA had made a public statement, she said, we're not going to give away our information to the public right now because it has to go to the grand jury. And also, we're not going to give away, and people that's giving up useful information, they're not going to give us any of that information right now. Also, they talked about we still don't know a manner of death. We're not going to know that. This is going to a grand jury. We're not going to know anything. Let me tell you why. The main reason why we're not going to know anything, because they don't want to ruin this investigation, because the possible killer is out there listening like everybody else. So they want to make that person feel as though they don't have a witness right now. But if I'm a betting man, the FBI has got their hand in it as well. Whether they take over, it is yet to be seen. But right now, it's in the jurisdiction of Mississippi. Inside sources say the case has moved to a criminal investigation. I don't know about that one, but I know my spirit is telling me it is. My spirit is telling me they could have easily came out by now, guys, and say that he drowned. They found a substantial amount of water in his lungs. They haven't said that. They could give us something, but they're not doing that because they don't want to compromise the investigation. Remember, guys, listen. They don't want to tell us anything, okay? They want to keep this close to the vest because the potential killer or killers out there listening, just like we are. They listen to these reports like we are. But now let me get back to an eyewitness said they saw Nolan at a confrontation, right? Do they know that's Nolan for a fact? If this person say, yeah, they know for a fact, I know Nolan, he was in a confrontation, that person is going to be a big witness to this investigation. And because I've heard someone actually, well, I didn't hear it, but somebody was saying that, yes, they saw him in a confrontation. And they said that a boat involving 2 or more people sped away from the scene. Okay. And they had a lot more to say, but like I said, it's unconfirmed. But I'm just telling you, that's what I heard. What else is going on besides the noise out there? So going back to, they're saying a reliable source, according to Nancy Grace, saying he didn't have any powder in his system. I kind of believe that too, because he was, his father, what did his father say? That he was getting serious about football. He was taking it more serious. He was more locked in. He wanted to have an edge. In order for him to have an edge on the rest of his opponents, rest of his teammates, because he's trying to climb the depth chart, right? In order to climb that depth chart, I know for a fact, because I used to play football. In order to climb that depth chart, you got to be locked in. Okay, you got to be locked in, because the person that's sitting next to you in that locker room is going to be locked in as well. As I remember, like I said, I was in a room full of tight ends. I was a tight end. And, when you come in as a freshman, you're low on the depth chart. But your play, your understanding of the playbook, your understanding just of football IQ. First of all, it's football IQ, your understanding of the playbook, how much work you put in, how much film you study, the work you put in the gym, all that matters. Everything matters. So what I'm trying to say is, even like your physical prowess, everything matters. So if he don't, how can I say this? If he show up to camp because he's getting ready for the season and he don't have a lot of stuff in his system, he's not going to be in tip-top shape. Now, do a lot of football players indulge in this stuff? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But if he was really serious about being a D1 player, moving from the JUCO to D1, he had to be totally locked in. And according to his father, he said that Nolan was locked in, and he wanted to get ready for that Monday to join his team to get ready for the season. So I'm if I'm a betting man, he didn't have nothing in the system, but we'll see. But yeah, I honestly believe that there was a confrontation and somebody witnessed it, because I said on the last video, that's what I believe. I believe there was a confrontation, somebody witnessed it, and more than one person witnessed it, and they possibly have video, and the investigators are keeping this tight to the vest right now. Because remember, let me tell y'all something real quick. Careers could be made off of this case right here. Because it's a high profile case. Careers could be made, but not only that, we don't know if the FBI is lingering. I think they are, because remember they said they want to look at that phone. Also, like I said, my feeling is telling me this is a criminal situation. But that's my thoughts on it right now. What say you guys? Drop a comment below, like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.